Hello, my loves. Today we are talking passion and purpose and why they are essential for your transformation, for your expansion, for your ascension. So right now, I invite you to check in with yourself and see where you are on the level of your passion and your purpose in life. Like, are you super excited for what's happening in your life right now? Do you have passion? Like, I'm a Latina woman, so for me, passion is everything. If there's no passion, it's like, I'm not interested. If I'm not passionate about it, I'm not interested. And when it comes to purpose, purpose is such a driver in our lives. And same thing, if you're not in your purpose, life kind of seems like a little bit boring. One of the examples I love to use is, did you ever hear about when the elderly, old people retire? It's like right after they retire, a lot of them die. And why is that? It's because once you lose your purpose in life, it's like you really don't have a reason to live. So if at all you feel sad or depressed or anything that's not love and inspiration and excited, that means you're not living your life fully. And I am passionate about supporting people to live their ultimate life. That's why I'm doing this week. Every day I'm going live about expansion and what are the essentials to expansion. And passion and purpose are such a big one. And most people don't even realize that their passion and their purpose is dead or it's kind of limp. And the idea is we want to get that so activated and we want to get you so fired up that you are literally excited to be alive. It's like that idea that when you open your eyes, you literally jump out of bed in the morning. And if you're not jumping out of your bed and you're kind of like just laying in bed and just like, oh, I don't want to go to work. Oh, I don't want to do this thing. It's because there's a block in terms of your passion and your purpose. So one of the things and the connection between your passion and your purpose along with your expansion is anytime you set a big goal, it requires you to expand. It requires you to go to a new level if you want to reach that big goal. So I love goals, and the way you set them always determines if you're going to reach them or not. Because if you think it's not possible, then it's not going to be possible, and then it's actually scary for you. But there is a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot when you set your goals and you connect to your purpose and you're passionate about what you're setting, that it literally creates this alchemical effect in your body and you literally expand. And I remember one time I was having a conversation with a man and he was like, so do you think you change first and then you reach the goal, or you set the goal and then that makes you change? And so I believe it's both. I believe as we become more embodied, more enlightened, more awakened, more ascended, more expanded, that we're able to achieve these higher and higher goals, these dreams that we have. And I believe that when you are really tapped into your purpose and your passion, you set goals from that place, that it acts like an accelerator so that you really do rise to your next level. And that's what all of my work is about. That's why I'm on this planet. The awakening and healing of humankind is for all of humanity to ascend and rise and expand to a new level. And that doesn't happen from doing the same things you've always been doing. And if you are feeling stuck or just like, I really want to get to that next level, there's no amount of studying or anything that you can do for it. There's no amount of wishing it to happen. Like, yes, you can pray and stuff, but the thing that lights a fire to really make it happen is connecting to your passion. It's that fire, it's that fuego, it's like passion. As we know, like even when you watch movies, for example, let's say if you are not a very passionate person, but you watch someone who is passionate, this ignites something inside of you. So the invitation for you from this video is to connect and really think about, okay, what am I passionate about? Like, what really lights me up? And you can journal on this and really take time to think about it. But like, I know what lights me up. For me, it's like dancing and music. It's nature, especially the beach. It is speaking and writing, and it's love. So when these ingredients are in a pot together I just like can't help but feel alive, and it makes life that much more worth it. So when you connect, and even when it's connected to prosperity, like a lot of times people are thinking like, oh, I want more money. I want to make more money. Like, how do I get to that next level? Well, oftentimes the universe is set up in such a way that unless you're connected to your purpose, that prosperity, it's like a door or a floodgate. It's really not going to open until you are doing what you love in your passion and purpose. Because when it doesn't feel like work, that's when you're able to do so much and not even realize it. And then because of the laws of receiving and giving, you give so much into the world and you end up receiving that back. So your passion and your purpose is a key to living a life that doesn't feel like work, that feels pleasurable and fun. And this is what is required for your expansion, because any kind of suffering or anything like this is contracting, and it really doesn't allow you to expand. So expansion, ascension, all that is meant to be fun, and it can be fun. So I invite you to ask me any questions that you might have. Today I'm also going to be sharing, someone wrote me some questions privately, and they said, oh, like ambitious is really dangerous. Like it's so dangerous to be ambitious. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. I think that ambition is another form of living. It's like you actually are passionate about something when you're ambitious. And when you're ambitious, this allows you to try new things and do different things. So you're actually out there learning and gathering information and trying things out. And when you fail, it's not really failing. It's just learning. So when you're ascending and expanding and you want to reach a new level and you want things to change in your life, it's essential for you to try something new. And if you're not sure which way to go, the answer is right here in this title: connect to your passion and your purpose. So sometimes people are like, oh, but I don't even know what's my purpose. How do I find my purpose, right? So I like to say your purpose is the thing that you love to do the most in the world. Like if you had all the money in the world, how would you spend your time? Your purpose is, and you pair that with being of service to others. So for example, like usually your purpose is just who you are, and you make it into some kind of service that the world can use. So maybe you create like a product because it's inspired by who you are, or maybe you have some kind of coaching business or service business, or maybe you're really good at solving problems. So you could work in any kind of company solving problems, or maybe you're really good with people. So that could look like a manager, or that could look like, speaking or doing different kinds of teaching, for example. So there is an infinite amount of ways to connect your purpose to an actual work, to an actual vocation. So the thing is, life is meant to be enjoyable. So it's just about you connecting to like, what do I like to do? Like, what's fun for me to do? And that's how you get to the bottom of your purpose and your passion and where to go next. So it doesn't need to be painful. It doesn't need to be boring. Your expansion is actually asking you to connect back to your passion, to connect back to your purpose. And if you feel lost in any way, this is an opportunity for you to really think like, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything, but what is the thing that lights me up? So, it's all kind of like common sense if you think about it. Like, I love that so much of life is really meant to be easy, right? We complicate things as humans. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's like, what's fun? What's joyful? What lights you up? And the more you press the gas on your passion and the more you connect to your true purpose. So I can guarantee you right now, so many of you might be doing something and you're like, I wish I was doing something else, right? So when I was a doctor in the hospital and I realized that being a doctor in the hospital is not what I thought it was going to be, I remember I used to say, I wish I was just a yoga instructor. Because at that time I really loved yoga, and it really made me feel that peace and calm and like healed, not being a doctor. And then what I didn't realize was my passion and my purpose has always been to help people heal. So I went into medicine to do that. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, I don't think this is my purpose because it doesn't feel right. Like I'm wishing I'm not here. So then I transitioned into yoga, meditation, and then eventually coaching and healing work and mentorship like I do now. And guess what? I'm doing the same thing. I'm helping people heal, expand, ascend. But guess what? This way is so much more fun, and I feel like I'm just myself. Like I don't need to put on a white coat, and I don't need to get my stethoscope out. Like I just need to show up as I am and use my skills of intuition and psychic abilities and healing and energy work and deep listening and reflecting to people and sharing the advice to what can support them in their expansion and their awakening and their healing. And it is far more rewarding. So trust me when I tell you that the universe wants you to do what you love that's fun. And when you do that, it's actually a path for your expansion. It's a path for your awakening. So your homework is to take time to write down things that you're really passionate about and what you think your true purpose is. So for example, if you're like, I think I'm really supposed to do something that involves travel, or I'm so good at cooking, I know I'm supposed to be sharing my cooking with the world, whatever, right? Like whatever it is, or you know how to make these craft things that need to be sold on Etsy, whatever it is, right? It's like, think about if I had all the money in the world, what would I do? That's the invitation. And then look at your life. Like, is that what your life is? And if it's not, that's a clue. It's time for change. And the moment you say no to the things that are not making you feel big and expansive, then you know it's time. It's time for a change. It's time to try something different. And not only will you benefit, but everyone will benefit, because when we love and we're passionate about what we do and we share it with the world, people receive that. And it's like the greatest gift, right? So I love talking and sharing and inspirational speaking because I love to transmit good energy and vibes and healing to others. And I know because you message me that people say like, oh my gosh, I listened to your messages and I get a breakthrough. And I realize, oh yeah, and I needed to hear it that day. And that's what keeps me coming back, because I know that for other people, it's so, so powerful and such a gift. And that's the thing, like we're all here to light up the world. So I thank you all so much for being here. I invite you, when this is posted, you can continue to leave comments in the IGTV and come back tomorrow. I'm going to be live every day for the next 7 days. And the intention is to support your expansion, to support all of our expansion. We are in a big time of transition, and any bits of motivation and inspiration that I could gift to you is my intention for these. So I send you all so much love. I wish you a beautiful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.